Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today and looking more and more into the Trump shooting that took place over a month ago as the mainstream media and others tried to suppress that story. That story should still be talked about frequently, should still be in the headlines every time we look. Even right-wing media needs to talk about it more because it's an important story, right? It's an important event that took place. Democrats actively sought to take out Trump before the RNC convention. And we have investigations that are currently going on, right? We got more and more intel that's coming out of this. And of course, one of the representatives who is investigating this, Mike Waltz, is starting to entertain the idea that the shooter did not act alone, which many of us have thought so. And I remember having guest Katie Zed on during that breaking news story all the way a month back. I remember doing that live streaming. She said he did not do it by himself. And of course, she's going to be probably proven right off that assessment. And many of you guys probably thought that as well early on. But as I want to and responsibly should, is wait for more and more facts to come out before I can draw a clear conclusion. But I've already been leaning in that direction anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video over here, coming to us from the Gateway Pundit. And this is also from Benny Johnson, right? Benny Johnson had an interview with Mike Waltz where this takes place. So this strip for him. So Army Special Forces veteran Mike Waltz, who is investigating Trump assassination attempt, believes Thomas Crooks did not act alone. So let's go ahead and take a listen to him here with Benny Johnson as he talks about it.
I don't want to spend the entire time talking about Thomas Crooks, but since you did bring up that you're going to get an FBI briefing today, perhaps you could ask them how he wasn't flagged for searching about roadside bombs, about pipe bombs. How do you do that? Right? Like I'm telling you, don't do that. Don't, because that's a number one way that you'll go to jail for the rest of your life. Right. You have served in presumably you've seen roadside bombs. Yep. You most likely you've seen the devastation.
Suffered on the bad end of them.
That's right. And so these are dangerous things. I know there are different classifications of bombs. How did he have three? How did this guy with no military training get 3 bombs
and had the detonator on his body?
Sure.
So
you can't just search these things, right?
Like, and how do we just at this point? I mean, this is taking a step back, and this is the point I was trying to make to Don Jr. There are ongoing threats right now as we speak, both domestic and international, which is totally unprecedented. We've never had an adversary openly talking about plotting and planning to kill a former president or acting candidate of the United States with zero consequences from this administration. None. Not even a strongly worded knock it off.
They haven't even talked about it at the DNC. Not once has the assassination been mentioned.
So this isn't just an isolated incident where clearly things went wrong. There are systemic problems that have him in a very vulnerable position right now as we speak. And what's he doing? God bless the man. He's doing an outdoor rally today. Today. So the people that were responsible haven't been suspended. They haven't been even laterally transferred. They're still in the system.
I can't get my head around the whole roadside bomb thing, though. And since you've seen them, I'm not sure if you've ever been a victim of one. I'm not exactly certain, but I'm sure you've experienced them since you were deployed multiple times.
Yes, I was not personally wounded. I don't want to overstate,
of course,
anything on my service. But unlike
this was ubiquitous. These bombs were all over the place,
going off
right?
all over the time.
So state actors training militia to create roadside bombs in war zones. These are not things you can just Google search here stateside. You can't just go find a way to make one. You have to have some type of training.
But do you know the number one purveyor and trainer of roadside bombs and the most lethal roadside bombs? Iran. Over 600 American soldiers died in Iraq at the hands of Iranian made. And then they would actually go in and train the militias on how to use them.
So how didn't the FBI ensnare digitally somebody?
Great question.
Building 3 different, what I believe are, they could have blown up.
Yeah, so we don't know if he intended to send that car into the crowd.
Operational devices, yeah.
As a, after he had taken the shot to facilitate his escape or what?
How'd he do it?
Exactly.
Yeah. I hope you get to the bottom of that
too.
And how our federal agencies didn't flag the guy. or who was his handler, who
Yep.
was teaching him those
Right.
things. This is not like common knowledge for a
Yeah.
20-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems to
Yeah.
be the biggest smoking gun, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, of course, outside influence, and we saw that there was, claimed that he had communications with foreign actors, right? But this comes right back down to the CIA and FBI, the Secret Service, and this administration who allowed this to take place. So once again, being complicit in the attempt on Trump, because they would have been more than glad to see Trump taken out and then not have to worry about Trump in this election. That is what they were betting on, right? That was plan A. Plan B is Kamala Harris, and she's starting to tank, right? She had this whole rally, right? And the betting markets are now coming down, not so much anymore, right? So plan C, you know what plan C is? It's going to be like, Trump's going to be like this, going up, 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 and then come right to here, and they're going to have Kamala way down here, and then up like that. That's plan C. And if that happens, I don't think the country is going to accept that. That's going to be obviously blatantly obvious, and people are going to be like, yeah, that did not happen, right? If Trump gets like 86 million votes and somehow Kamala comes out with 95 million votes, people are going to be like, yeah, that's BS. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.